That's not affection, that's selfishness. A boy who cares for you won't want to see you confused, hurt, or crying because of something he did. He won't let pride or ego get in the way of being honest, kind, and emotionally present. He'll be protective, not possessive, by making sure you feel safe, supported, and loved in ways that are consistent and sincere. He will consider how his decisions impact you, and he won't risk losing your trust over short-term gratification. Protecting your heart means more than avoiding betrayal. It means respecting your emotions, showing up when it matters, and proving through actions that you can rely on him. He won't just say he cares, he'll show it in the way he listens to you, prioritizes your needs, and builds a connection based on loyalty and truth. When someone truly values your heart, they do everything they can to never be the reason it breaks. A boy who truly cares about you will protect your heart, not play with it. Love is not a game, and your emotions are not something to be used for someone else's entertainment or ego. When a boy genuinely has feelings for you, he understands the weight of your trust, your openness, and your vulnerability. He won't exploit your feelings for temporary attention or keep you guessing about how he feels just to maintain power in the relationship. Instead, he'll handle your heart with care, being mindful of his words, actions, and how they affect you. The wrong kind of boys often treat relationships like a competition or a way to boost their own confidence. They might enjoy the chase more than the commitment, and once they feel they've won your attention, their effort fades. They flirt with others to get a reaction, keep secrets to stay in control, and make promises they never plan to keep. Instead, it's rooted in honesty, effort, and emotional safety. The right person won't make you question if you're good enough, or if they're still interested, they'll make their intentions clear through their consistent actions and communication. Love should feel like a safe space, not a battlefield. You won't have to wonder if they care, because they will show it every day in the way they speak to you, support you, and prioritize your feelings. When you find someone who truly loves you, the relationship won't drain your energy, it will nourish it. You'll feel more confident, not less. You'll feel free to be yourself, not pressured to change or hide parts of who you are. Confusion is a red flag, not a normal part of love. When someone truly respects and values you, you won't feel like you're always walking on eggshells, you'll feel at home. Real love doesn't confuse you. It brings clarity and peace. When you're involved with the wrong type of boy, the relationship often feels like a roller coaster full of highs that feel amazing and lows that leave you anxious, hurt, and questioning everything. One day he's sweet and attentive, the next he's distant and cold. This emotional unpredictability creates confusion, making you constantly wonder where you stand and whether you're doing something wrong. You start overanalyzing texts, overthinking every word you say, and blaming yourself for the lack of consistency. That's not love, that's emotional chaos. Love isn't supposed to feel like you're chasing someone who keeps running away or constantly trying to prove your worth just to earn their time. Real love, the kind that's healthy and mature, brings a steady sense of security. It's not built on games, mixed signals, or emotional manipulation. They'll remind you of your value, especially when you forget it yourself. The right boy won't compete with you, put you down, or make love feel like a prize you have to earn. He'll speak life into you, not doubt. He'll make you feel safe, not replaceable. And most importantly, he will lift you up in the moments when life gets heavy, rather than adding to your burdens. True love and respect are not measured by how loud someone can proclaim their feelings, but by how deeply they make you feel seen, supported, and secure in your own skin. When you're with someone who truly values you, you won't need to beg for reassurance or shrink yourself to stay in their life. You'll know you are enough not because they say it once, but because they show it every day through the way they treat you. If someone only behaves well when he has something to gain or when others are watching, his actions are not sincere, they're strategic. A genuine person doesn't need an audience to do what's right. He doesn't switch personalities based on who's around. His care, respect, and loyalty are constant, not conditional. That's the kind of person you can trust, because his values remain steady whether he's in a room full of people or standing alone with you. It's in the private moments, the texts he sends late at night, the way he reacts to your vulnerability, the support he gives when you're struggling, that his real intentions are revealed. If those moments are filled with pressure, silence, criticism, or coldness, then no amount of public affection can make up for it. Actions in private speak louder than words in public. The way someone treats you when no one is watching reveals their true character. It's easy for a boy to act kind, respectful, and caring when others are around or when he wants to make a good impression. But what truly matters is how he behaves when there's no audience, no pressure to perform, and no one around to judge his actions. If he only shows you love in public but ignores or disrespects you in private, that's not real care, that's image management. Some boys are experts at performing decency, especially when it benefits them or when they're trying to win your trust, but their true colors show when they think they're no longer being observed. That's when you need to pay the closest attention. Does he talk to you with kindness when no one is listening? Does he respect your choices in space when no one else will call him out? Does he defend you and stand up for you when he doesn't get credit for it? These quiet, unseen moments are where real integrity lies. Mutual respect means both people are equally invested in understanding and supporting each other, not trying to win or one-up the other. It's about clear communication, honesty, and treating one another with dignity, even in conflict. A boy who truly respects you won't play games with your heart. He will show up consistently, listen to your concerns, and treat your emotions as important. He won't make you beg for his attention or approval, and he certainly won't make you feel like you have to earn his love. Respect is not proven through big, dramatic moments. It's shown in everyday choices, like how he talks to you when he's upset, whether he keeps his word, and how he supports your growth. Games may feel exciting at first, but they only lead to exhaustion and emotional damage. A healthy relationship, on the other hand, brings peace, trust, and the freedom to be your true self without fear of being hurt or judged. Healthy relationships are based on mutual respect, not games. When two people truly care about each other, there is no need for manipulation, jealousy, competition, or emotional confusion. In a respectful relationship, both individuals feel safe, heard, and valued, not just during the good times, but especially during disagreements or challenges. Unfortunately, many boys play emotional games to keep control or to test how much power they have over your feelings. They may intentionally ignore your messages to make you chase them, flirt with others to make you jealous, or use your insecurities against you just to feel dominant. These behaviors are not signs of affection, they are signs of immaturity, and emotional immaturity should never be romanticized. A real connection does not leave you feeling anxious, uncertain, or constantly questioning where you stand. But people don't change because you wait for them. They change when they choose to, and often they won't if you continue to accept their mistreatment. Walking away isn't about being cold or giving up. It's about recognizing that your peace, your boundaries, and your happiness matter more than any temporary feeling of affection or attachment. Self-respect is not just about saying I deserve better. It's about acting on it, even when your heart wants to stay. It takes courage to choose yourself, to stop chasing someone who treats you like an option, and to believe that love should never make you feel less than. The moment you stop tolerating disrespect, you create space in your life for something healthier, something honest, and someone who sees your value without needing to be reminded. Self-respect means walking away when you're not valued. One of the hardest lessons to learn is that not everyone who enters your life deserves a place, especially those who make you feel small, insecure, or replaceable. When a boy constantly dismisses your feelings, makes jokes at your expense, or only reaches out when it's convenient for him, he's showing you how little he values you. And no matter how much you like someone or how badly you want the relationship to work, staying in a situation where you're not respected will slowly destroy your self-esteem. It's easy to get caught in the hope that things will change, that he'll wake up one day and realize your worth. Charming behavior isn't always genuine or safe. Many boys know how to put on a perfect act, saying all the right things, showing up at the right moments, and making you feel like the most important person in the world. They might compliment you constantly, show off their manners in front of others, and present themselves as someone who is mature and trustworthy. But charm can be a mask. It's easy to mistake it for sincerity when, in reality, it's a performance designed to gain your trust quickly. These types of boys use charm as a tool not to build a real connection, but to get what they want without putting in the effort of being genuine. Behind that charming smile might be someone who lies easily, avoids accountability, and cares more about attention than honesty. Charming behavior isn't always genuine or safe. Many boys know how to put on a perfect act, saying all the right things, showing up at the right moments, and making you feel like the most important person in the world. They might compliment you constantly, show off their manners in front of others, and present themselves as someone who is mature and trustworthy. But charm can be a mask. It's easy to mistake it for sincerity when, in reality, it's a performance designed to gain your trust quickly. These types of boys use charm as a tool not to build a real connection, but to get what they want without putting in the effort of being genuine. Behind that charming smile might be someone who lies easily, avoids accountability, and cares more about attention than honesty. Charming behavior isn't always genuine or safe. Many boys know how to put on a perfect act, saying all the right things, showing up at the right moments, and making you feel like the most important person in the world. They might compliment you constantly, show off their manners in front of others, and present themselves as someone who is mature and trustworthy. But charm can be a mask. It's easy to mistake it for sincerity when, in reality, it's a performance designed to gain your trust quickly. These types of boys use charm as a tool not to build a real connection, but to get what they want without putting in the effort of being genuine. Behind that charming smile might be someone who lies easily, avoids accountability, and cares more about attention than honesty. These tactics aren't signs of deep connection, they're methods of control. And when you try to stand up for yourself, he may act hurt or turn others against you, making you doubt your own feelings. This is why recognizing these red flags early is so important. When someone pushes your boundaries once and you ignore it, they will likely do it again. Every time you silence your discomfort to avoid conflict, you're slowly being conditioned to accept behavior that chips away at your self-worth. Real respect means listening when you say no, honoring your space, and never using emotions as tools for control. Red flags include emotional manipulation and boundary pushing. These behaviors often start subtly and are easy to overlook, especially when you're emotionally invested or new to relationships. A boy who can't take no for an answer, who constantly tests how far he can push your limits, is not showing affection, he's showing a lack of respect. It might begin with small things like pressuring you to stay on the phone when you're tired or making you feel bad for wanting time to yourself. Over time, it can escalate into guilt-tripping you for your choices, questioning your friendships, or making you feel like you always owe him your time and attention. Emotional manipulation can be incredibly deceptive because it often hides behind flattery or so-called love. He might say things like, if you really cared about me, you'd do this, or you're the only one who understands me, using your empathy as a weapon. Manipulative boys often pressure you into trusting them too quickly. They'll make you feel guilty for setting boundaries or asking questions. That's not love, and it's not loyalty, it's emotional manipulation. If someone truly values you, they'll never rush your trust or demand it like it's owed. They'll understand that trust is a privilege, not a right, and they'll treat it with the care it deserves. Trust should be earned, not manipulated. Far too often, people confuse attention with intention. Just because someone shows interest in you, compliments you, or texts you every day doesn't mean their intentions are pure. The kind of boys you shouldn't trust are those who know how to say the right things to make you feel special, but their actions never align with their words. They rush into relationships, make grand promises, and create emotional highs that feel addictive not because they genuinely care, but because they want control. Trust is not something that should be handed out just because someone makes you feel seen or wanted. It should be built slowly through consistency, respect, honesty, and time.